Morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the second of two live streams today, and we're continuing off of where we left off in the previous live stream, where we finished covering relationships, and there was a whole breakdown. Actually, I should just pull up one of the screenshots here, and you can see. But needless to say, of course, this is the Ahn Rho Project, self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve and challenge the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the heights and goals I set for myself. Bob. Alright, so that's everything in terms of the introduction, very short, concise snippet, and I say that what we see is what we get. What you see is what you get. Take a look at the title, take a look at our stream. This is a previous live stream. There's some error corrections I need to add. Basically, I missed some things, but even more importantly than that is the fact that, of course, we have some content to cover in this second live stream, mostly having to do with some basic food, chores, health, relationships, work, and so on and so forth. That is a regular upkeep for the sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project, dubbed BMDP. Sounds a little bit like BDSM. I guess it's a little pun on words, play on words there, but it's really just the basics: maintenance, decontamination, and purification. So that's a whole lot of heavy wording, but all I mean is that all the basic stuff you need to get enough sleep, get enough food to eat, so that you're ready to go to work and get your business done, making sure that you take care of the laundry and all that kind of basic necessities and all that kind of shit. So obviously this is a live stream that may or may not be too exciting, and that's all right. The previous live stream was probably a little bit more interesting because I was talking about relationships. However, the main issue was that since they have such a serious undertone to them, I was obviously not all that upbeat talking about them. I had to be very careful with my wording about some things that had to be, held in be more private, and held in confidentiality. So with that being said, this is a live stream that's going to be focused on a lot of, I guess, just regular routine uptake, and also some gift items here that I received from yesterday working, and one of my colleagues, their daughter had their wedding with and I'm very congratulations to them. And of course, there's some stuff I missed in the previous live stream regarding relationships. We're going to cover in this one as well. That's why you see in the title it says administrative error. There's actually two errors that I made. I forgot to include two things, two people really. And more importantly, at the very end of this live stream, we also have to do the take-home message. So short on time, why don't we get started? I'm already late for work, right? So first things first, so following from the previous live stream, I have to correct two things, or really make two additions, which is this side panel right here from 0, 1 to 10. Again, all the different groups, I guess, of relationships, from business, employment, caregiving, volunteering, to distant relatives, and people I consider to be family, because I don't really have much of that. And then obviously even fellow volunteers from networking. With that being said, the person I missed basically was someone who's actually in my workplace, who has some chronic, think of just arthritis when people are getting into their 50s, 60s, and just working for, more than 2, 3, 4 decades of whether it be office work or warehousing. Eventually the synovial fluid in your joints begins to run out and the cartilage gets worn out. So you begin to develop things like carpal tunnel, rheumatoid arthritis, and osteoporosis and all that kind of stuff. Needless to say, one of the main things I could do for her, and I offered after having started the sort of side business here, and originally I didn't even want to have to do anything with that, so I actually just gave her a free product. But I realized afterwards that it just doesn't really make much sense to give someone something like this, even though I said I would recommend that she brings it to her family doctor and to see if there's any sort of complications, and if it's fine, that's okay. And that she should just monitor her situation for any sort of side effects. But typically speaking, it's a very safe product anyways, and I just wanted to see that I could actually help her with her joints and her knee pain and her walk, because that's actually something that I experienced watching her go up the stairs every day. She has to walk almost like on eggshells because there's so much pain associated with the ankles, and if I can do something like that for her, that's great. Now, I gave her a book of knowledge, just basically in research and development of nutrition at that time. There's a phone ringing. Needless to say that, Jesus, give it a second, guys. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Gone. Okay, it's gone. The phone call's gone. Right, back on topic. Okay, so ML basically, I gave her Merry Christmas, this book on this guide on this this kind of industry, as well as the research and the scientific development, the recent advances. Now, of course, I can't expect her to read all that. And so the main thing is I really should have just sat down and offered, listen, if you want to learn more, it's better that we just sit down and go through everything so that you're not kind of out in the blue, don't know what it is that needs to be done or what it is that you're taking. So that's basically what I should have done, and I didn't, and that's my rookie mistake. So that's something I had to cover. Another thing I forgot to mention is actually for one of the, I believe, Jesus, there's a whole, I guess it's that time of the day where you start to get phone calls. Needless to say, yeah, that's that. And man, there's supposed to be two people, but I'm missing one, and I'm not sure what it is. Right, the wedding. Right, I forgot to mention also in the previous live stream. Obviously, one of my coworkers had a no, I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, wedding gift already. So I received it here, and I actually have it right here. So let's just jump into administrative stuff. I can't remember what it is that I forgot. Unfortunately, that phone call probably screwed everything up. But needless to say, I have some administrative stuff, and that's the main highlight of this live stream. So what kind of stuff do we need to get through? Some basic chores and food and supplementation, as well as some gift items and some basic business stuff and work related items. So again, a whole bunch of different domains of life, again, part of the Ahn Rho Project. May or may not be relatable to you, but obviously you're juggling a myriad of different tasks, hundreds of different tasks, because life just is a bitch and won't leave you alone. So first things first, on the right hand side here, I gotta cover this bowl of oatmeal, which unfortunately, by the way, I can get rid of this. I can get rid of that. I should mention that actually I have to update this side panel on Dropbox, so that's something I have to do. But needless to decide, we have this bowl of oatmeal and it's spilled, so very basic, regular routine stuff that I just eat in the morning. Add some chia seeds, add some glucerna, basically meal replacement or nutritional supplement with basically all the vitamins, minerals. And the most important thing with Glucerna is that unlike Ensure, which is its normal brand, Glucerna is for diabetics. And the most key part of that is that it has a lot of fiber. So I actually introduced that with my oatmeal as well, just to flush my system every day. Now, of course, it spilled when I was walking up, so that's why there's this bag down here. And this bag, of course, I purchased for myself. It's just a makeshift way for me to make sure that in the mornings I tend to do everything in the dark. So it did spill, but thankfully I was bringing upstairs. The lights were turned off because of low income threshold. That's basically the story of my life here. And so this spilled, and I just, I'm glad that I caught everything. So that's some mess I have to clean up. Unfortunately, I can't use the kitchen right now. Someone's using the kitchen, obviously. Like I said, for a family household, it's just so many people, and I myself have personal issues that make me incompatible with just going downstairs and just washing it while they're there. Now, that's my personal responsibility to take care of eventually. Now, on the side here, next to that bowl of oatmeal that looks disgusting at this point, we have the supplements. Obviously, I'm going to bring to work. I take them again because obviously it's good for me. It's something that I'm experimenting with. Me being a biomedical scientist, I have a lot of trust, and just based on the evidence-based research and products that we take, I obviously take them myself, and so I had to prepare all of them. You see all these canisters on the side here. I won't say what company it is, but basically there's like 8 canisters, and I took the main pack here and I put a daily proportion for one meal inside each of these, so that I take it to work and it's nice and handy and easy and convenient for me to basically take them when I'm on the go to maintain myself, especially me working in a warehouse right now between shipping, receiving, and production. Lots of heavy labor. This will definitely help me maintain my joints, my cartilage, and also to make sure that all the calcium is being deposited back into my bone marrow where it belongs. All sorts of metabolic reactions and physiological pathways that I have to keep in mind here. And so one for the liver and so on and so forth. So this is all here, and that's great, and I'm ready and set to go. All I have to do now is I'm going to stand up. I'm going to bring this over and move to my work bag. So let's move around. That's good. I've been sitting here for almost half an hour, and put this inside my work bag, inside this Wendy's bag here that I recycled over and reusing. Now, some main things I should mention, of course, since I'm here, I mentioned work and a little bit of administrative stuff. Obviously, there's food I gotta bring to work. So I'm just gonna take these 2 bananas here, high in potassium, high in fiber. Unfortunately, it's too ripe right now, but what can you do? I intended on eating these yesterday, but there was pizza from one of the birthday kind of things that were going down. So I have 2 bananas. I'm bringing to work. I'm just gonna stuff it in here, okay? And inside, and then I'll be pretty much ready for work. I don't eat too much, even though I should eat more. That's something I have to work on. So this bag also, just stuff it in here. Maybe I'll bring one of these as well. This is just another snack food item, really, but it's something that will help me to. No, that's too spicy. No. Yeah, I'll bring this there. Hopefully, I can actually get some protein from these sort of Indian snacks. Like I mentioned previously, this is stuff that I just really would not recommend eating, but it's something that that I am using off makeshift. I've been stressed and binge eating. That's another main thing that I have to cover on stream that I've covered in previous streams, and I will continue to monitor the situation on. So moving that back to here, so that's the workplace food ready, the bananas in there. I added some protein, had the supplements in there. They had to clean this shit up here for the oatmeal. Now, this is a gift item, so that's why in the title it says wedding. In the previous live stream, I believe it said it, or maybe it's this stream, I'm not sure, but it's a wedding gift from YR, one of the people who really treated me at the beginning of the work when I started joining this company as an employee. Treated me like her son, because she has daughters but not a son. And needless to say, I myself have a lot of severe trust issues, and so they did a lot to help me out, my colleagues at my workplace, and I'm eternally grateful for them. Again, also the family, the owners of the business, who have been so patient with my trust issues and insecurities. And so with that being said, YR had her basically wedding anniversary. I'm not going to show, not wedding anniversary, had one of her kids, her daughter, had a wedding. And so congratulations. And she brought a treat for most of the people there, including myself. And inside were a bunch of Sri Lankan snacks from, if you are Sri Lankan or Indian, you know what murukku is, murukku, vada, all that kind of stuff. But it was all the sweet version. It wasn't the hot and spicy or salty versions. Salty, savory, mostly savory foods, very well seasoned, well spiced. But this one was all sweet treats. Like I was actually thinking it was kind of funny right now, kind of crude joke, but basically it looked like some balls inside here. So, but needless to say, because that was some humor I try to incorporate sometimes in different live streams, because I have a lot of different personalities that I like to incorporate inside the Ahn Rho Project. It's supposed to be comprehensive enough to include even stuff like humor and comedy one day, and even to be not PC. So with that being said, though, this is a gift, and I guess I should take this more seriously and just say that I very much appreciate YR, and I wish her all the best for her daughter and her extended family now. So with that being said, there's one last item I believe I have to cover, and then we can do the take-home message. And that's just this book here. Like I said, I'm trying to take care of my caregivers. One of them has severe illness, and I'm basically offering to use these sort of research developmental products that have been, again, approved way beyond the US FDA administrative level, almost basically to the drug level, and even Olympic athletes use our products. So it's something like that, very powerful antioxidants, and vitamins and minerals, complete, comprehensive. And I would like to, of course, have to write down the number, my contact information down here, even though it's really just for my own guardians. I should get into the practice of writing it before I return this book back to them. So that being said, that's it. I think the take-home message I can deliver now. I can maybe just point out that this is stuff also to bring out with me to work before, just recycling. And this is some safety material tomorrow morning, as well as the products for the business. Now, with that being said, take-home message, 30 seconds. So take care of yourself, take care of your health, your finances, of the people you care for. Make sure that you become a strong, responsible, disciplined individual. Only by doing and becoming that, can you have anything of value to offer and contribute to the ones you care for. Also, you become less a burden to them, and that's just something that you should be happy yourself with. And I do what I do here on stream with steadfast conviction, because obviously this is good for me, and I hope you share that understanding and do what's best for you. That being said, hope to see a better version of all of you tomorrow morning, as well as a better version of myself. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao, when we cover products and paperwork.